Our 2025 adventures continue with a stay at the Longleat Motorhome and Caravan Club site. During our 3-night stay, we visit a local castle, we take a trip into Bath where we check out Sally Lunn's Buns, and we head to Longleat Safari Park where we see the monkeys, the big cats, and more. Plus, we get lost in the maze.
Oh no, we haven't made it, have we?
No, I think we
No, we've just gone underneath it.
And greetings from a very wet and windy Wiltshire. Today we are heading to the Caravan and Motorhome Club site right next door to Longleat Safari Park. All we can do is hope the weather improves. And welcome to Longleat Caravan and Motorhome Club site. Very, very busy. I think we drove around and saw about 6 or 7 empty fridges out of, I think, nearly 200. If you're interested in coming here, there is no cell phone, no mobile phone signal, and the Wi-Fi, although there is free Wi-Fi here, when there's this many people here, it's practically non-existent, so worth bearing that in mind. But we have arrived. Decent sized pitch that we've nabbed ourselves. I'll tell you why, we've got Suzanne's car here in a minute, Campervan here. We're not going to do the awning today, we're going to do the awning tomorrow, because it's raining now and we're going to nip out and see something local. But yeah, Caravan and Motorhome Club site in Longleat. We've got trips to Bath and we're going to Longleat Safari Park over the next few days. So let's take our first little detour, which I'll explain in a second. Our first stop of this trip is a local one. It is already 4 PM and we don't want to travel too far, so just a 20-minute drive to the local village of Frome to visit Nunney Castle. And in that 20 minutes we have gone from Wiltshire to Somerset. Welcome to Nunney Castle. We have popped down. It's only about a 10-minute drive from the Caravan and Motorhome Longleat Club site, and we are going to go for a little stroll, although not through there because that is a bike track. We're going to go for a little stroll down to Nunney Castle. It's closed unfortunately, but I think because they're doing work on the moat, or the bridge across the moat, so we can only see it from the outside, but it looks quite impressive. Get a couple of photos, a bit of video. Max is checking out it's a BMX track, Max. Yeah, BMX track. Yeah, cool bike track here for the locals.
people walk down that way. Can I run on it?
Right, we've just walked down the hill from the car park up there. Left turn into Castle Street, aptly named, as we're going to look at Nunney Castle. And this is the walk. Less than 5 minutes from the car park. And that may not even be the official car park for Nunney Castle, but here we are. I have a feeling I've got the wrong lens on my camera because this is quite close up. Look at this. Here we go, English Heritage Nunney Castle. Now in the safe hands of English Heritage, Nunney Castle is a picturesque moated medieval castle in Somerset and dates from the 1370s. Its builder was Sir John de la Mare, a local knight who was beginning to enjoy royal favour. Modernised in the late 16th century, the castle was besieged and damaged by the parliamentarians in 1645 during the English Civil War. Though ruined, Nunney's dramatic Great Tower is very well preserved. Its 4 round corner towers and connecting walls are tightly encircled by the castle moat. Unfortunately, access to the interior of the moat and castle is closed pending replacement of the bridge. So at the moment it is free to visit Nunney Castle. This is the 18th of April 2025. It is free to visit Nunney Castle, but you can't go inside because the bridge over the moat is in need of repair. So we're not allowed in there at the moment, but still have a wander around and see it from the outside. It's a ruin anyway. It's probably one of the smallest castles I've ever seen. I haven't seen many, to be fair. here is the under-repaired bridge over the moat that needs repairing, or damaged that needs repairing. And we still have a bit more time, so let's explore the area a bit more. Such a pretty little village, and what a view these cottages have as they look out over Nunney Castle. And just across the stream from the castle is the Grade 1 listed All Saints Church. It was largely built in the 14th and 15th centuries and apparently contains the effigies of the early residents of Nunney Castle. It is in the heart of the stone village of Nunney, which has many beautiful houses along with the castle. And when we visit them, I am always impressed by the design, detail and architecture of these churches that are hundreds and hundreds of years old. And it was Easter holidays during our visit, and as a result there were displays telling the story of Easter, and it was good to wander around, read the information. It took me back to my childhood and when I regularly attended Sunday school. Okay, here we are back at the campsite. We just stopped for a nice evening meal at a pub called the Royal Oak, which is just down the road from the campsite. Drivable, we couldn't really walk there. But it's very nice, not cheap, £90 for the three of us, but there were a few drinks involved. But it's now nearly 8 o'clock, so we're going to go in the campervan, play some games and probably call it a night. See if we can hear some nighttime animals, and if it's dark and we can, I'll try and show you, but if not, we'll see you tomorrow. Welcome to another damp start to the day here at Longleat Caravan and Motorhome Club site. It is around 7:30 and I'm off for a short stroll around the campsite. But not for too long, because very soon we are heading into Bath. And after a bit of research, we have decided to head for the Park and Ride. There are at least 3, I believe, but the one closest to Longleat campsite was called Odd Down Park and Ride. And here we are on Route 41. Now, I do love driving, but you definitely get a better view from the top deck of a double-decker bus. And here we have Bath Abbey. This current version was built in 1499 after the previous cathedral fell into ruins. And we didn't venture in this time. We visited back in 2019, and while we would have loved to have popped in, there was a queue, and it probably isn't going to excite Max too much, but we will be back. Lunch was at the Real Italian Pizza Company, where we shared a delicious pizza. It is probably somewhere I would recommend if you want a simple bite to eat, pizzas and pastas and salads as you'd expect. And this is a place we had earmarked for lunch, but the queue was huge, so we decided to come back for dessert, and even now we have to wait. Sally Lunn's is a historic eating house and tea room set in the oldest house in Bath. It is famous for serving the Sally Lunn bun, a delicacy originally brought to Bath in 1680 by a refugee named Solange Luon, pronounced totally incorrect I'm sure, later anglicised to Sally Lunn, and still made to her original recipe. This world-famous Bath cafe, bakery and restaurant is a remarkable building with a fascinating history. Original features from Sally's time and earlier sit alongside works from contemporary artisans, ensuring Sally's old bakery remains part of Bath's living history. They do savoury and sweet buns, and we went for cinnamon half bun and it was very good. And downstairs there is a small cellar museum featuring the ancient faggot oven and the exposed archaeological dig site showing the history of the house as far back as the Roman occupation. And that was it for our short trip to Bath. There is so much to see here, so it's definitely worth allocating a whole day if you visit. We stayed for a couple of days back in 2019 and you can find that video over on the channel. We spent the evening at the van just relaxing and listening to the animal noises from the safari park next door. And that is the day over, so stay tuned as the safari park is coming right up. Good morning everybody, welcome back to Longleat. It is Sunday the 20th, happy Easter, it is Easter Sunday. And the Easter Bunny has been. The Easter Bunny has been and treated us well. Look, I've stacked up all the chocolate. And stuff up there for Max. So we've done well. Today is the main attraction. We are heading to Longleat, to the safari park, which is, although it's in walking distance, we are going to take the car because it's the reason we bought it actually, because we can then, and to go into Bath yesterday, but we can then drive around the safari park. So yep, going to have some breakfast first, hot cross buns today because it is Easter Sunday, and then hopefully by about 11ish we will be in the safari park and we'll show you around there. So kettle's boiling, sun is shining, what more do we need? Welcome everybody to Longleat Safari Park. We've just driven in. It's really quite quiet at the moment, which is good. It is 11:32, so it's not particularly early, but it's also Easter Sunday, so I'm not sure if that's going to be.
And this is where we lose our windscreen.
And this is where we say goodbye to windscreen wipers and windscreen washers, and that's all we've got really. But the windscreen washers are underneath the bonnet. So
and the good thing is it's a nice day.
And us.
Because on Friday I thought with all the rain we won't, if it was raining today we won't see any animals because they'll all be hiding.
yeah, but it's really sunny. There's someone else. We're not in the park yet. There's someone on their bike. So I'm guessing that he wouldn't be here if this was part of the actual trail. That's a nice little cottage.
That nice little house. Oh, Safari Park, 1.5 miles.
So it's still 1.5 miles to Safari Park. So I thought we were closer than that. So we will see you in 1.5 miles time. Okay, so we are now actually officially in the safari park. The windows are up, the doors are locked. We hope. No, they are. And I'm not going to do much talking on here. I will do voiceover and show you as much of the animals, or as many of the animals as I can. So come along, enjoy the ride, and if you're seeing this video, it means that we didn't get eaten. And before we drove around the main part of the park, we could stop at the African village where we could get close up to giraffes as well as a few other animals. There we go, a fleeting visit to the African village, and now we're back in the car to take the proper trail around the rest of the park to see
maybe the giraffes over by the cars, but also lions, tigers, monkeys, all that kind of thing. So
We continued driving around the enclosure where the giraffes were and coming up the monkey enclosure, which could be very interesting.
Oh look, it's going up its ladder.
Oh my god, it's going
It's like it's going up its ladder.
Okay, so got this. Hello. Hello. Oh, you're so cute.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry,
Why,
I'm
what
so
did you
sorry.
do?
I've just accidentally hit him in the face.
And now it's time to go and check out the lions, tigers and all the other big cats.
You are.
We are in lion country.
Oh, it's actually scratch this chair. Oh no. 17 degrees. You lot wind me up just sitting there staring at me. Come on. Let's have some fun with this lot.
here's the one.
Yeah, it's just funny. Is that? Oh no. Oh. I don't blame her. I get cross as well.
She started it. So that was the drive-through safari. We are now going to park up and have a wander around the other animals. Koalas and the maze is top of the list. It's personal requests
What are we going to do first?
and hand wash because we've just been feeding deer, as you saw.
No, Mum, I'm right behind you.
The hedge maze, 15 minutes or 45 minutes.
So I reckon.
We're lost already.
Okay, so the idea here is to get to the bridge in the centre of the maze and back out again as quick as you can.
Right, we made it to the middle quite easily, I think. Can we get? Oh no, we haven't made it, have we?
No, I think we.
No, we've just gone underneath it. It's a. They were tricking us, so we haven't made it.
It's this way.
No, because now it bends off to the
No,
left.
Mum, we've just been that way as well. And then we went under the bridge again.
Then this is the way we came before.
Yeah, it is. We need to turn left here.
I think you're right, Max.
I think left here, yeah. Oh my god, this is so cool. Oh my god, this is massive.
We made it!
Yeah.
Someone come and save us.
And how long did that take us?
20 minutes.
Yeah, Mum, we're not going this way.
That took us 20 minutes just to go 50 yards.
Mum, don't go that way then.
Right, we made it. 41 minutes. Piece of cake. I have a tip for Longleat maze inventors. Put a pub at the end of it. You'll make a fortune. Right, the koalas. Okay, so next up we have the koalas and the crocodiles.
And in case you were wondering, koalas typically sleep for 18 to 20 hours a day, primarily due to their energy poor diet of eucalyptus leaves. These leaves are low in nutrients and take a lot of energy for koalas to digest, requiring them to conserve energy through extended sleep. Additionally, the eucalyptus leaves are somewhat toxic, and koalas have a specialized digestive system to break down these toxins, which also demands a lot of energy. And it was now time to head out on the cruise along the lake to see yet more monkeys, gorillas, and the feeding of the noisy sea lions. And that pretty much ends our stay here in Longleat. 2 cars but 1 barrier fob means I have to let us both out before we can head home. But before we go, here are a few thoughts on the campsite. And don't forget, if you haven't seen the full review, check out the previous video, which is a thorough walk around of Longleat Caravan and Motorhome Club site.
Right,
Hello.
Max is here. He's on his desperate for the internet to come back on. So that is our stay at the Longleat Caravan and Motorhome Club site. Max, you're going to partake in this sensibly, yeah?
Yeah, I guess.
So what I found, oh, let me just adjust. What I found good was the space. The pictures were nice and big.
Yeah, I agree.
Its proximity to Longleat
I agree.
was really good,
Yeah.
and the showers had proper taps and they were really hot.
I don't freeze. I did have a shower.
Stinky boy, stinky boy. Okay. What I didn't like, and I think this is going to be a consensus among a lot of us, was the Wi-Fi. There's no phone signal. We're on Sky Mobile. We got 3G might pop in and pop out, but you never had it long enough to do anything with it. And the internet there, while they had it, as it was so full, it was horrendous. It was rubbish. It kept dropping out, and when you did get connected, it never used to work properly.
Yeah.
We've just left, and it's a lot emptier. Max, you said it was slightly better.
What?
The internet?
Oh, the internet. Yeah, because there's about half the campsite already left.
At least, yeah. There was loads of empty spaces, as you've just seen on the drive around. So
Yeah.
it did improve the less people there, but you know, you don't have to pay for it, so you can't complain. But you think if they're going to give you Wi-Fi that's going to be worth having, at least let it work for the amount of pictures that you've got.
Yeah.
So they're my good and bad things. Sorry, no, that was one of the bad things. The other bad thing
To be
was
honest, I agree with everything you said so far.
the other bad thing was that there's only 2 shower blocks with about 5 showers in each. So you've got about 10 showers across 100 and whatever pitches. So that's probably never had a problem getting a shower. You know, there's always space. Suzanne had to queue 2 of the 3 mornings. But the problem with having few shower blocks is everyone goes to the same shower blocks, and therefore in the weather when it's raining, it does get a bit muddy, and they only clean them once a day. So maybe, could they clean them twice a day? I don't know if that's practical or not. But with heavy footfall, as you can imagine, in the damper days, the floor does get a bit grotty and grass comes in and stuff like that. That's probably it really. I mean, there's not much around. There's a couple of pubs.
Down there.
There's a couple of pubs around, not really in walking distance, unless you want a 4-mile walk, 2 there, 2 back or something. But very nice. The Royal Oak we went into a couple of times, drivable in 5 minutes.
We should try that. What's it called?
We didn't go to the White Hart, did we?
Yeah, the White Hart.
I think we liked the Royal Oak, so we went back
Oh,
there.
we should
the
go to the
second
White Hart for Tottenham.
time. We went for Tottenham. Tonight?
The White Hart Lane.
Oh. doesn't exist anymore, do you? Well, the road
My
does.
heart.
White Hart. So that's it. That's our thoughts on the Longleat Caravan and Motorhome Club site. Would we return? Yes, I would return.
But we're not desperate.
But we're not desperate to return. I think I would only return if we wanted to go to the safari park because it's so close. It's really, really super convenient, especially if you didn't want to drive around, because you could walk or just go into the complex and see your, you didn't have to do the safari unless you get the bus around on the safari, of course. So that's it, yeah. I mean, if it's not far from Bath, half an hour from Bath, but if you wanted to go to Bath, I'd probably look for a campsite closer to Bath. That's it. Anything to add, Max?
No, not really.
Okay, so let that be that. Thank you so much for watching. Do all the usual, like, share, comment, subscribe, ask me any questions down below. I will try and answer them to the best of my ability, and we will see you in next week's video. Bye for now.
Bye bye.
Bye bye. I can't find the button.